Guys, 7:25 back on Breakfast Television, and joining me in studio is one of our favorite parenting bloggers, Tanya Toledano. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me
Very
back.
good to see you. Today we're talking about taking the training wheels off your children's bikes.
Yes.
We were lucky enough because you brought your daughter Amanda. She's going to be rolling around. She's going to show us how it's done. But before we get to that, Tanya, when do you think is the appropriate time? When do you know that your child is ready? Because Joanne and I, we had our stories. We told them a little bit earlier on the show. Not great stories for us to start learning, how to ride our bikes. So when do you know your child is ready?
So I think it's different for every child, like everything else. But for example, my eldest learned quite old because we didn't know about this method.
Right.
So she was quite older. But Amanda learned, she had just turned 6.
Okay.
And we taught my nephew last year. He had just turned, or he was about to turn 5, and it was really, he was about to turn 5. Yes. And
which is about, it's around the right age.
It's around the right age, but I know some kids who've learned with this method even younger. But it's you have to know your child and how responsible. They also have to understand safety rules on the road.
Yes, which we're going to get to very shortly.
Yes.
Now Amanda's going to be coming around. It's called the scooting method, right?
Yes.
So tell me what it's about.
So the first thing you're going to do is take the pedals off the bike, and people find that surprising.
Come on in, Amanda. Come on to us.
So you take off the pedals.
Off the bike,
and you have to make sure that the seat is low enough. Amanda, you want to stop for 1 second here, honey? So
low enough so the feet make it to the ground.
Flat on the ground, exactly. And then they learn to scoot. So show everybody how you scoot, honey.
Which I can imagine. I understand now. She's a total professional at
exactly.
By now. Okay.
So they do it. So now she's able to glide for quite a few seconds. But when they start off, they're a little tentative, and they're sort of going from side to side. They're finding their balance.
And you go slow, obviously, at the beginning to make sure you know when to put your feet on the ground.
And then once they are able to glide for a couple of seconds at a time,
put the pedals back on.
Yes.
All right, so Amanda, we're going to ask you to switch bikes now. And then, of course, that is also it's progress, right? You have to make sure that your child has to know that they're comfortable with that step as well.
Yes.
Before you put them on with the pedals. And here she is now.
And they will resist sometimes, but you have to know your kid. There you go.
And how long, for Amanda, for example, how long did it take before she could move to, and
2 afternoons.
Oh, 2 afternoons,
and not
so
even full
quick.
afternoons. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's very quick, and anyone I know that we've taught about this method. It was my sister-in-law who told me about this method. She said, oh, go just check out the video on YouTube. And it worked for all my kids, my nephew, and a lot of people who wrote to me after I did my blog post.
And quickly, we cannot let you go before talking about safety tips.
For sure.
How important are they? They're most important. Obviously, the helmet.
Super safe. Helmets for parents also.
That's right.
Because so many parents, we see them riding, the kids with the helmets.
Everyone, yeah, absolutely. I ride a bike, I ride it with a helmet as well.
Yes,
it's so important.
It's safe for us, and we have to teach by example as well. Some parents like to put knee pads and elbow pads.
Okay.
I'm okay. I think that when they get a little skin knee, it's not so bad.
She's a professional enough. All right, well, thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you very much, Amanda. You were amazing. You're a professional, obviously. And guys, this segment will be on the internet. And look, of course, on your blog as well for this method in details, the scooting method. And it works, guys. 2 afternoons, and they've figured it out.
It does. Should I add that last thing?
Yes.
When they start with the pedals, sometimes starting is hard, so you start next to a curb, and it helps them to get started.
There it is. All the tips are there, guys. We'll be right back after a short break on Breakfast Television with Amanda, professional cyclist. We'll be right back.